Let me put this into perspective for you. You're planning the craziest upload streak of your life, like videos like every week, and then all of a sudden, you find out that your family just finalized some plans moving out of the house that you've been living in for the past 10 years. But then in the middle of moving, you find out that you have an uncurable health issue. And it sucks because I genuinely did have everything planned out before all of this stuff started happening. One of those things, alright, let me explain to you. One of those things was Freefall, okay? If for those of you who don't know, Freefall is an original lore series that I had planned out. It was gonna be a whole thing. I have the first episode uploaded, well, unlisted now because unfortunately it's canceled. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge lore fan. I love doing lore and I love making stories, and I'm a story writer. I know I mostly make skits on this channel, but if I had to choose, I would make lore videos instead of skits for a living if I had to. If I could. But when I was making Freefall, I realized I made a pretty big mistake. Some people don't even know this, but there's actually 5 videos of context that you need in order to understand the first episode. 2 are on my main channel, and there's also another, like, additional 2 on my second channel. Now, if you're watching the first episode of an anime, right, or any show, you want to be able to go into it on the first episode and immediately understand, like, what's going on without needing, like, a bunch of context beforehand. You do not want to be told, hey, there's these 4 videos that you actually need to watch before the first episode. Like, no one wants to do that. And I realized that when I was helping work on White Pine. White Pine is a series created by one of my friends, Ivory. Okay, well, that guy just left. And to me, White Pine is a cinematic masterpiece. Like, she did such a good job with it. Everything is beautiful about it. The scenery, the builds, the acting, the music, and most importantly, it made me realize that there's something I did incorrectly, which was the fact that I needed context for my series. White Pine doesn't need context. You can just go straight into the first episode and you don't need anything else to understand what's going on. And that was okay, bro. What I'm trying to say is that was like a very massive mistake on my part. And honestly, you would think I learned from Freefall, but I ended up doing the same exact mistake with Showtime. Showtime is also another lore server that I was on. And I also made the exact same mistake of including stuff in my lore that people need to have context on beforehand. I started saying stuff in my lore and I saw people commenting like, bro, what is he talking about? I didn't even know that that was a part of his lore. I didn't know that that was like even a thing that he mentioned beforehand because I didn't mention it, which is a pretty stupid mistake already having made it beforehand. So yeah, I'm finally admitting that I did not do that correctly. I wasn't able to do it correctly with Showtime either. And now I'm gonna take the chance to actually execute a story correctly. That is why, although I had so many plans for Freefall, I'm gonna be recycling a lot of the ideas, a lot of the story elements, characters, and even music of Freefall, and I'm gonna be putting it into this new series that I'm actually gonna be developing sometime soon. Now, of course, for a series that's gonna be as large as the one I'm making, I am gonna have to make a few changes with my content in order to properly fund the series that I'm making. First and foremost, I'm probably gonna be uploading 1 to 2 shorts weekly. And I mean this time. You can yell at me if I don't like upload for a full week, but make sure to do it in the comment section so I can get extra engagement. Okay, no, I'm like half joking about that. I know some of you are gonna be upset to hear that I'm uploading shorts mostly, but listen, man, the reason my channel like doubled in subscribers like the past few months is because of shorts. I can't keep denying that shorts are good for a channel's growth, and it's not like the quality of the content is going to change. I still take time to think of everything that I do, think of all the scripts that I do and all the ideas. It's just that some ideas aren't long enough to be put into a full video. I mean, most of my videos are kind of like shorts anyway, but just in like a full video format. I'm not going to stop uploading like main channel like full videos. It just means that if an idea can be fit into a minute or less, then I am most likely going to be uploading it as a short. But I will upload like a full-length video every once in a while. I need that kind of funding for the series because I can't do everything myself. I need help from people, and that does mean that I do need to do some hiring. And to do that, I need funds, which I'm gonna be honest, you can get better from shorts, especially with my kind of content. I also made a TikTok account for those of you who don't already know. You can follow there if you'd like, but that's basically the only change that's gonna be coming to my content in the near future. Second of all, I'm not gonna be giving any updates on the series whatsoever. I'm gonna be waiting until the entire season or a full season of the series is done before I upload anything about it. One day you're probably just gonna like see a trailer on YouTube or Twitter and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, the series is done. And third of all, the length of how long it's gonna take for me to finish this thing. I hate to inform you guys, but this is probably gonna take like 2 to 3 years for a single season to be finished. That sounds absurd, but it took me a month and a half of like 4 hours or 3 hours of editing a day just to make the first episode of Freefall, and that's only 10 minutes. If I'm gonna make like a full series of that quality with like 20 to 30 minute episodes, then yeah, it is gonna take 2 to 3 years to create. But if you don't mind waiting that long, then you know, you're in for a treat in 2 to 3 years. That's about it. I covered everything I wanted to cover. And yeah, I am going to be deleting this video in a few days, so I'm counting on you guys to break the sad news to people whenever they ask about Freefall. That's your job. Alright, look out for uploads, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.